What's good, Commanders fans? Training camp day 10, and the Commanders worked out 14 players. Definitely want to talk about that. They worked out some familiar names, some guys that kind of had moments in the NFL, and it just didn't work out. And this could be their last opportunity, their last chance. Version here with the Commanders if they do make the roster. But some of these guys are notable names that have done things in the past. It's not like they just have been on practice squads their whole career. So we're going to go over that. I'm going to go over some of the guys. I'm not going to go into deep detail about all 14 players, but maybe like 5 guys on the list I'll name. Nikki Javala, Ben Standing, and a couple of the beat reporters tweeted out some of the Aaron Wilson had the first guy. Jeremiah Martin is somebody they worked out, but they worked out 14 guys, and that's what they needed to do. Honestly, after a performance like that, that's when you got to either start cutting guys, and I know they can't do the whole cut down thing because they don't do that anymore. They don't cut the roster from 90 to like 75, and then 75 to 60, and then 60 to 53, like week by week or game by game. But some of the guys, like, I hate to rag on Chris Moore so much and KJ Osborne, but like if they did that 90-man roster cut down week by week, they would be included, or they should be included in it. And I do like that Skylar Nelson, a media member or beat reporter, she tweeted out that big play Tate Martin is getting first team reps, and he should be rewarded. Like Ja'Cory Brooks should be rewarded, and Chris Moore should be demoted, and KJ Osborne should be demoted in reps, or whoever's running with the ones and different things like that. If you cannot catch the football, you should not be rewarded with more reps. And that's just the way things work and competition works. No, Chris Moore has done things in the NFL before. Same thing with KJ. Like KJ has put up numbers in the NFL. I'm not going fake on that with the Vikings. Same thing with Chris Moore. Chris Moore put up numbers with the Texans. He's made big plays with the Ravens, but that was like 3, 4, 5 years ago now. So, but let's get to the play-by-play. So the play-by-play isn't much because it's like day 10. I think it was like Kids Day. I think something like Kids Day or Military Appreciation. I may be wrong on that, but this was like the last day that I think fans could go. I'm not sure if fans were there or not, but somebody said that they were cheering for Bill a lot today. So Matt Gay did go 4-5 today. He missed another kick. He missed a 38-yarder. Like, they need to get some competition in there, man. Like, they really do. Like, I understand they're paying him the big bucks and all that. And Dan Quinn said, somebody asked him about competition and bringing in another kicker. They did not bring in a kicker for a workout today. I thought they should have at least worked out a kicker. But they don't want to mess with his confidence because kicking is so much on confidence. And if they would have brought in competition after he got the contract, then I guess it would mess with his confidence. But let's see how these first 2 or 3 games go. And they may have to make a tough decision and let him go. Like, if he comes out the gate missing like a 38-yarder, 35-yard kick, a couple extra points, I don't even want to put it in the atmosphere. But still, like, we don't have time to play around. Like, we have Super Bowl aspirations. And we had a kicking carousel last year. We don't want to do that again. We just don't. But he went 4 for 5, missed a 38-yarder. Zach Selby said good pass breakup by Marshawn Lattimore on a pass to Jalen Lane. So Marshawn Lattimore had a great day today. Apparently, that's good. We need that bad. He is the X factor for this defense. He really is. Marshawn is the X factor. If we can get a healthy Marshawn Lattimore that can take away one side of the field like we thought we were going to get, it's going to be huge for this defense. Huge. Zach Selby says, team running 11-on-11 drills, really nice blocks by Austin Eckler and Jalen Lane to help Debo get open. So great plays by Austin Eckler and Jalen Lane getting Debo open. And Jalen Lane, that's good to see because Jalen Lane got, jammed up by Mikey Samerson when he was trying to block on a drill a couple weeks ago. So that's good to see by Jalen Lane. They say, Linnell said they got Quan Martin yoked up. So that's good. That's funny to hear that too. Nikki Javala says, not at Commanders practice, Marcus Mariota, Noah Brown, Brandon Coleman. So Noah Brown again, Marcus Mariota again. We kind of knew that with Marcus Mariota. Brandon Coleman out again, so he probably won't play in the preseason game coming up on Monday. We'll see. Jordan McGee, which is concerning. Like, how bad is that injury? The fact that they keep keeping him out. Javonte John Baptiste, same thing with him. Kayvon Seymour. Viliama Fehoko. And Bobby Price. Bobby Price got concussed. He had a concussion. And Kaz Allen's wearing a black no-contact jersey. So I don't know what's going on with Kazmir Allen. Zach Selby says, really nice work by Trey Amos to end practice. Daniels delivers a throw to Luke McCaffrey in the back corner of the end zone, but Amos was there to bat it away. Amos has basically had Luke in jail all training camp because I was there and saw that. And it looks like he's just been locking Luke up. It's great to see that Trey will get some real competition against T. Higgins and Jamar Chase on Monday night for a couple series, so that's good. So going from Luke McCaffrey to those guys is going to be a huge difference. So I'm excited to see how Trey does against those guys. He did a good job against Mac Hollins too. Mac Hollins is like another wide receiver 3, number 4 in the league though. JD5 to Debo on a 30-yarder, found soft spot between corner and the safety. That was on 7-on-7. So Jaden and Debo, man, they have a great connection. I love that. I love that so much. Nikki says Bill Crosby-Merritt and Luke McCaffrey are out there, so that's good news that both those guys are out there after leaving the game. Lucas Niang did tear his ACL, unfortunately. He will be out per Dan Quinn, so that's unfortunate, man. I wish that guy the best. I really do. It's probably why they brought some offensive linemen in for workouts as well. Dan Quinn said he has seen real confidence from Jalen Lane returning punts, so that's good news. Skylar Nelson says JD5 plus B-Rob connection was solid, so that's good to hear too. I'm rooting for B-Rob. I really am. I'm his biggest fan this year. I really am. I'm his biggest fan. I want to see him get 800 rushing yards. Tate Martin was getting first-team reps, and Lattimore provided good coverage and broke up some passes per Skylar Nelson. So a lot of people gave Marshawn some love today, man. They gave him a lot of love. Dula Vision says Lattimore almost had an interception in 11s. He says Jaden and Debo continue to flourish. Trey Amos continues to show that he deserves that top cornerback spot. So he's a dog, man. Trey Amos is a dog. We got one. We got one for sure. All right. So let's talk about the list here. The guys that they worked out. They worked out Amari Barno. I'll just do rapid fire. He went to Virginia Tech. He had 6.5 sacks one season at Virginia Tech, and he is an athletic freak. Like, we joke about that. Me and the Commander Kings, like, we joke about the whole athletic freak thing. Like, the Commander signed an athletic freak to the practice squad. They signed an athletic freak to the team, and it's like a corner that played 3 games in his career, but he ran a 4.3 40-yard dash. Like Kayvon Seymour or somebody like that. This guy, Amari Barno, with Virginia Tech, he was a 6th-round pick. He has a 37-inch vertical leap, 40-yard dash. He ran a 4.3. He ran a 4.3 40-yard dash. Oh, my goodness. That's elite. And how tall? He ranked 124 out of 1,492 defensive ends from 1987 to 2022. So, wow, he is a legit pass rusher. He's a legit pass rusher. Now, in the NFL, he had 2 sacks his rookie year, 1 sack in Carolina. So, he hasn't really lived up to the hype, but he was a 6th-round pick. So, it's not like, he's putting up pretty much fair numbers for a 6th-round pick. But, wow, 4.3 40-yard dash. At his size is insane. 6'6", 245 pounds. Wow, that is incredible. Went to Virginia Tech. Where is he from? He's from South Carolina though. So Amari Barno. Let me know in the comments if you guys remember that guy from Virginia Tech, because I'm a Virginia Tech fan as well. I'm a Maryland fan and a Virginia Tech fan. I do like both. Asang Bassey, he played with the Lions, so he's probably familiar with Lance Newmark. Asang Bassey, he's more of a special teams guy, special teams corner. He did have an interception his rookie year in Denver. He did play. No, he did not play with the Lions. I'm sorry. I apologize for that. But he played with Denver. He played with the Chargers. He came into the league in 2020. And he was undrafted, went to Wake Forest, 5'10", 190 pounds, but he's primarily a special teams guy. Now, you look at where his advanced stats are. Like I said, I got to look this up in real time because a lot of these guys I'm not familiar with. They haven't really done much in their careers. But he gave 112.2 quarterback rating allowed last year, which is pretty awful. 57.1 completion percentage allowed last year, which is pretty solid. But the quarterback rating is really bad. Nicholas Morrow. He was just on the Eagles, too. He had 95 tackles with the Eagles in 2023, 116 tackles with the Bears in 2022. He also had 3 sacks with the Eagles in 2023. He had 3 sacks with the Las Vegas Raiders in 2020 as well. So he can get to the quarterback. He had a safety as well with Philly in 2023. I'm intrigued by Nicholas Morrow. I'm intrigued by why they brought in a bunch of linebackers too as well. Like, did they really not like what they saw from Dominique Hampton? Did they not like what they saw from Kane Madrano? Why are they bringing these linebackers in? We're already the linebacker room is full. So why bring in more? Cornerbacks, too. Carlin Ventures was awful. Bobby Price concussed. So I can understand the cornerbacks and offensive linemen, but why bring in another linebacker and not bring in a kicker and another receiver? So it's intriguing. I've seen a lot of posts on social media saying how bad what's his name Dom Hampton was. Tanner Muse was a third-round pick by the Raiders. Third-round pick, basically a bust. He hasn't done anything in his career at all. Like, his highest amount of tackles is 16 in 2022. I think he had a couple of injuries, if I'm not mistaken. No, he played in 17 games and had 16 tackles in 2022. Basically a bust. All right, let's go down the list here. Nicholas Morrow, O'Shane Zamini, 6'4", 254 pounds, went to Old Dominion, another local college guy from North Carolina as well. And he was a third-round pick by the Giants. He had 4.5 sacks in his rookie year in 2019. But since then, he hasn't really done much. Had 25 tackles in 2019. And they're bringing in edge rushers, too, which is intriguing. You know, I think we're fine at the edge spot. Like, what's the point of bringing in another edge to work out? You know, we had Vaughn. You know, we made our big signing there, unless they don't like some of the backups. I mean, Javonte Jean-Baptiste is hurt, so I guess that makes sense. I guess the Javonte Jean-Baptiste injury is more serious than what we thought. He's going to be out longer, and Jordan McGee is going to be out a little bit longer too. So that makes sense there. You know, what's up with Jordan McGee? What's up with Javonte Jean-Baptiste? Those guys are going to make the roster, but I guess for practice purposes, we got to bring guys in. Nicholas Morrow can fool around and take somebody's spot, though. That's what I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say on that. Nicholas Morrow might fool around and take somebody's spot. Kenny H. Lovely, don't know much about him. There's really not much to Google on him. Lester Cotton, offensive lineman. John Leglue, Jashawn Manning, Tanner Muse, Ronnie Perkins, Duke Riley, Sion Taki, and O'Shane's the menace. Duke Riley sounds familiar. I'll probably wrap it up with Duke Riley and then call it a day. Duke Riley did not do much in his career. His career high in tackles is 42. So 60 actually with the Atlanta Falcons. And let's see if he got drafted. He got drafted in the third round as well. He got drafted in the third round. So all right, you guys let me know what you guys think. I am intrigued by Amari Barno. I'm intrigued by Nicholas Morrow. He's the name that stands out the most to me is Nicholas Morrow. So all right, you guys, as always, hello Commanders. Peace. And Ben St. Juste is getting cooked in preseason. Everybody's laughing about that right now. It's hilarious. Like with the Chargers, he got cooked by Cedric Wilson on the first play of the game. And it's pretty darn hilarious. Already. Chargers fans are crashing out on Twitter. Like, it's so hilarious. Thank goodness we upgraded to Trey Amos. And we got Mikey and John Jones and Marshawn now. We've came a long way to the cornerback spot. All right, guys. Hello, Commanders. Peace.